Oh boy, here we go again. Idubbbz just released a concerned trolling video and calls out people for trolling him. Okay. H3 leaks more information on Idubbbz and Anisa and the drama surrounding Creator Clash. Let's get right into it.
Just doing it to either get attention, start a fight, derail a conversation. To be honest, it's very effective.
Right, so he's complaining about getting trolled for attention and then he does this.
Wakey, wakey, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Wake up. Time to be awake, Ethan.
Wake up, Ethan.
This is no longer a dream. This is a nightmare. Wake up.
Ethan, the dumb bitch is telling you to wake up.
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up. Wake up, Ethan.
Ethan, wake up.
Wake up. Tunes, anyone? Just wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up, Ethan.
I'm not gonna do a react content yet, chat.
Yep, you got us there, Idubbbz. We're sorry. We're concerned trolling you. Just doing it for a reaction. Yeah, you didn't do the same thing. Naturally, I had to look at the comments to see what's going on. Ian, do you legitimately not see the irony of putting this video out weeks after your super popular and not at all awful 1 hour concerned troll of H3? Are you okay, buddy? Yep. He's literally contradicting himself on a daily basis at this point. Like, what drugs is he on to not see this? Like, how can he not see the irony of this whole thing? This video has finally destroyed your legacy, bro. I am a normie viewer that used to watch your videos every day 5 to 10 years ago. This screams lack of self-awareness, the fact that you think that people are concerned trolling and not just upset with the bullshit you've been putting out is concerning. We're not trolling, this is just reality. Yeah, I've watched Idubbbz for years. I've really enjoyed his old content, especially with H3 when they joined together. They were comedy gold, but I just don't know what the hell's gone on with him. And I really just don't know how far he's going to keep falling. I just want to ask if you've always been shitting your pants, because since I've known you, you've always been shitting yourself.
If you can. I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Do you have any commentary about his potential body odor?
I mean, I say it's true. I smell it all the time. It's horrible. A good example is this, because Michael's so nice, so he doesn't want to say it. But here's the thing: when we're in fight camp, he does 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. Okay.
For the first fight he did. Well,
yeah.
Well, the first part of the first fight, not for the actual camp.
Correct.
During the camp was when he cut out his 2 days, and that was the most important time to be doing 2 days.
Yes. So he would smell so bad that when he comes back in the afternoon to train, he doesn't shower in between his sessions. And so like the coaches that are training other, members there would just like look at us with the weirdest face, like a stink face. And then Michael would try to take Ian to the corner where there's not a lot of members of the gym, so they don't have to smell it.
I try to take him to the open doorway.
Yeah, so that does happen. I'm not lying. It's true. He doesn't shower.
So you're telling me his wife tells everyone he stinks and doesn't know how to wipe properly. Now you've even got his own coach saying he smelled and everyone in the gym could smell him. Like, I'm starting to feel like I can smell him through the computer screen right now. Jesus Christ. After watching the concerned trolling video and hearing all this, it just reminds me of like a homeless person that's talking absolute nonsense while stinking the absolute place out. Like, every response video he does, it just doesn't make any sense, or it's so vague and cryptic that you're just like, what is this guy talking about? Having a child bride who was sold and then abused to the point of near tears tell her story, and seeing the comments on here bored or hate on her because she spilled the beans on an influencer is a perfect encapsulation of this joke of a cosplay movement / revolution. If you're not sure what I'm talking about here, I'll show you the clip.
At the age of 12, I was put into a child marriage from the time I was 12 until 23. Within my child marriage, I had 2 kids when I was 15 and 17. And this happened in America. Okay, and Ian and Anisa are well aware of my story because I've had them at my home. They've seen my kids and everything. And so last year, right, 2024, I learned that there was a House bill in Washington State trying to pass House Bill 1455 to end child marriage. And so when I learned of this bill, I thought to myself, even though it had been 15 years since I escaped my prison, like, this is a chance for me to come forward and tell my story. I sent, so Michael and I went to Olympia in Washington. We met with politicians. We lobbied to support the bill. I gave my public testimony to support the bill. And, I was on Seattle Times and television and everything. And I reached out to Ian and Anisa, and I asked them if they could help, share the information, because it was really important to me that this bill passed, and they just both left me on red.
I couldn't think Idubbbz and Anisa could get any lower, but this is diabolical. There's no defending or justifying this whatsoever. How can you leave someone on red after a situation like that? Even if they didn't want to get involved, you at least respond and send your condolences and wish them luck. You don't just ignore them. Jesus Christ. The only time these pieces of garbage actually did reach out to them was when they found out that they were going to be on the H3 podcast. And these are the people that are claiming they have good intentions of doing stuff for charity and then find out they're taking a big cut. Like, how can you get any lower, man? Idubbbz is clearly only 34% empathetic. Jesus Christ. It's not all doom and gloom. At least we found out the real reason why Anisa actually married Ian.
She used to always tell her mom, I'm going to be with a millionaire. And so we think that once she
used
kind
to
of got
tell her mom that she would be with a millionaire? How do you know
Her
that?
mom told her that it had to be someone rich.
How did you know that?
Well, she told
She
us.
would tell us that.
It was like her mom only had two expectations for her to marry someone that was rich and also to be of her religion, right? And so she said that Anisa goes, well, I mean, I didn't get someone that was of my religion, but at least I got one part of it right. He's rich. And then she laughed about it, and then he was in the car, and you could tell he was bothered by it.
Is this even real life anymore? This feels like a parody of Keeping Up with the Kardashians or something. She's literally telling everyone her intentions of what she wanted, and Idubbbz is sitting right there just taking it like a cuck. I really hope he got a prenup or something, because he is screwed soon. I'd give it a few years before she starts turning on him and saying he's abused her and stuff, and then takes him to court to get divorced and just rinses him for every bit of money he has.
But wait, there's more.
People are very soft. And so you kind of, well, mostly Ian was the softest, but...
Was he the
you don't
softest fighter
understand
you've ever
exactly.
trained?
What's that?
Is he the softest fighter you've ever worked with?
Well, he hated boxing.
This is the same guy that Idubbbz called out for being toxically masculine. He then fired him for the most ridiculous reason. Take a look.
Because then we went back to the hotel, and then they were eating at Denny's, and they said, we need to have a meeting. So I have to go to Denny's. And they pretty much then talked about how they were going to have to fire me because I reminded Ian of his father when his father would yell at him as a kid.
Firing someone over your trauma over your dad. Really? This isn't just a normal situation. This is someone's job that's got taken away because of his trauma. Like, come on. Just to add insult to injury, Coach Mike alleges that Ian and Anisa were negative 500,000 weeks before Creator Clash 2. He would still spend money on the after party award show. You can see the priorities. They're just trying to create a little Diddy party and trying to be the center of the creators, but it clearly backfired with the amount of money they lost, and they still dug their heels in and still went through with it. I still think this is going to turn into a lawsuit over fraud. This charity event was used as a funnel for their money to make extravagant parties and try and rub shoulders with the right people. Fortunately, everyone that meets Anisa doesn't really like her that much, and she just talks trash to every single person she meets, to the other people that actually know them and will probably tell them. I don't get how delusional these two are, but it's just another level. The more that comes out, the more I'm just like, what is going on? Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, follow for more. There's definitely going to be something else coming out. I can just see it. Anyway, peace.